What's
Yo.
going on? It's Monday. We're back to Mondays.
Yep.
All
No more
right.
no more baseball for me, so
No
season's over.
playoffs.
No playoffs. Playoffs started today though. But July 21st, I'll go ahead and start on this day. And as if you notice, got a different background here. Not
Yeah.
sure quite what we're working with.
It's
I'm
gonna
at a
look
hotel,
pretty.
so we're gonna say it's Cardinal themed though. But July 21st, 2015, Shin Soo Choo hits for the cycle to lead the Rangers to a 9-0 win over the Rockies.
Nice.
I thought that was a kind of a cool one. There's actually a lot of really good ones to choose from on this day, but
Yeah.
you got to go with Chew the Legend. Hitting for the cycle. The cycle, I think it's such a cool thing, and how I don't know what the average is on how many times it happens a season. Maybe 2 times a season, if that. But
Yeah. I think Buxton's the only one this season.
yeah, so pretty cool whenever it does, though.
All right. It's a pretty good one. Mine comes from 2007.
Hmm.
Braves outfielder. I'm about to give you guys a throwback. Willie Harris
Yeah.
goes 6 for 6 with two triples, a stolen base, and 6 RBIs over the Cardinals, of course.
Yeah.
And just the second brace player to have 6 hits in a game. So, I mean,
Yeah.
what a game. Six for
Two,
six, two triples.
two triples too. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. That's a
Six
good feeling.
ribbies. Yeah.
He probably didn't sleep at all that night. I'd be up all night
Uh,
thinking about that game.
yeah.
Even whenever I get like a base knock in my league now, I'm just thinking about it all night. I'm like, damn, that was a good
Mhm.
hit. Going six for
Yeah.
six in the majors, that's something special.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do a trade deadline guess. Trade deadline's popping up here real soon. Not much longer to go. We're at like 10 days, something like that.
Yeah. Something
Is that
like
right?
that. It's not too far away. I think we got,
If
was it,
that,
if it's 31st, like 9 days, or yeah, 10
yeah.
days.
So less than 10 days. We're getting there real close. Same with fantasy. Our fantasy trade deadline is on Sunday. Um, might be a little different than what they're doing in the majors, depending on. Well, not really. I guess it's pretty similar in ways. You're either rebuilding or you're building to be that stronger playoff team. Um, so we got few guys each. I think 6 guys each that we think that's going to be moved at the deadline. We know how that goes, though. We always think that all these people are going to be moved, and then all of a sudden there's like 2 main guys moved, or I don't know, the wrong people. But some of these guys, I really hope they do get moved because I feel for them being on some of the teams they are with their talent. And it's not that they're just like on a bad team for this year. Like one team, I would say, um, the Diamondbacks. They're kind of a hit or miss right now. They're in a situation where they could either rebuild or go for it. They're kind of in a they got some guys on their list that may be traded. So kind of interesting to see, but. Those guys I don't really feel as bad for. It's the people that are stuck on like the White Sox and Marlins and Pirates, and those are the guys I'd hope get traded. But I'll go ahead and start. One guy who I really didn't think I'd be saying this at all, and we heard about at the beginning of the season, or not the beginning of the season, but a couple months in, and it was coming from a team that we thought would be number one all season, who now looks like they may need to be in a rebuilding session, and that's the Boston Red Sox and Jaron Duran. So they already moved Devers. Gosh, man, being a Red Sox fan, I feel for you. He already moved Devers. Jaron Duran looks to be on that list right now. He's having a pretty rough season, hitting 257 with 8 home runs, 50 RBIs, 16 stolen bases, and only a 749 OPS. I expected him to be hitting like 330 with an 850 OPS this season. 2020 player at half, but he's had a pretty rough start. Um, Not sure exactly where I think he's going to go, to be honest, though, if he gets moved. I've heard some talks about the Padres. You can never count the Dodgers out. Um, Where would you see Jaron Duran going, you think, if he were to get moved?
If he gets moved, I would say either the Mets or Padres. However,
Mets?
I think he stays in
Yeah.
Boston, in my opinion. I'm
Yeah.
saying that because one reason why the Red Sox got off a 10-game winning streak, which put them right back in the mix for the AL East and wild card.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they go for it. I'm not saying that they're going to make a whole lot of additions, so I guess we'll see.
Mhm.
But my prediction is I think he stays.
Yeah. Having a little bit of connection issue. It's been a
Just a
while.
little bit. Yeah.
It's been too long. Um, Go ahead and pause it if needed.
All right. I think I'm good. If you can hear me. All right. Sorry,
But
just
yeah.
did pause it for a second.
Yeah, but no, I agree. I could see Padres, I could see Mets or staying right in Boston. I think that's good. I'll move on to some of my pitchers though. I'll just kind of work through these. But I got Zeth Lugo, the Royals. Royals are having a really funky season. I actually projected them not doing too well this season, I believe. I didn't see it for the Royals, but Zeth Lugo, he's got a 2.94 ERA, 107 innings pitched, 93 strikeouts, and a 1.09 whip. So looking really good, just like last season for him. Sandy Alcantara, 7.14 ERA, 97 innings pitched, 73 strikeouts, and a 149 whip. He's had a complete opposite season of Zeth Lugo. Two really talented pitchers, though, that I both expect them to be top of the radar, um, to be traded. Um, Not sure exactly where they'll go either, but I do have the Cubs going after maybe Sandy. I think the Cubs are going to be pretty aggressive on any pitchers. I forget who you had on yours. If we don't mention it, if you don't not mentioning this pitcher's name, I'm not going to say it now. But I do think the Cubs are after a couple good pitchers, and I think Sandy and Zeph might be those guys.
Yeah.
Um, my last pitcher I have is Ryan Helsley, our Cardinals closer. He's also had kind of a weird season. He does have a 3.18 whip, which isn't terrible. It's nothing like he had last season, but 34 innings pitched, 37 strikeouts, a 141 whip, and he's 19 for 24 in save opportunities. So he's blown I think more saves already this season than he did all of last season, if I'm not mistaken. Love Ryan Helsley, but unfortunately, I do think he's gonna get moved. Um, he could be actually, hopefully not. Hopefully the Cardinals don't do that, but I could see the Cubs going after closer. They could go after Helsley. Um, Even the Yankees, I think maybe they're starting to figure it out now with Devin Williams. Um, with the Dodgers and their pitching injuries that they always seem to get, he could very well be a Dodger. But I do think Ryan Helsley is going to be moved. My last two guys, I'll just hit those real quick. Brian Reynolds and Ryan McMahon. Brian Reynolds, he's hitting 229 with 10 home runs, 46 RBIs. Um, I have a stolen bases wrong. I think it's 14 stolen bases. That sound right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Because I,
I just acquired him, so I think I saw it.
Okay, because I have 41 written down. I know that's wrong. And then at 804 OPS, Ryan McMahon, he's got 15 home runs, 32 RBIs, two stolen bases, and a 710 OPS. Both of these two guys, I mean, I hope they do get traded. Two guys that I think just deserve to be on a better team. Brian Reynolds starting to heat up a lot lately. I think his last 7 games, he's batting over 250, which is saying a lot, coming off his current 229 average. Ryan McMahon, I could see him going to the Dodgers or the Yankees. Those are my two picks for him. They both need a steady third baseman. Ryan McMahon stays healthy, and he's shown in the past he's got some pop. So those are my guys: Sandy, Zeph, Lugo, Ryan Helsley, Brian Reynolds and Ryan McMahon.
Sweet. And then with the guys you mentioned, I'm going to kind of quickly make my own predictions on where they're going. Seth Lugo, I do see going to the Cubs. I know we
Yeah.
kind of talked about, a bunch of pitchers. I think the Cubs go for Seth Lugo. I
Mhm.
think Sandy, if he gets traded, I'm going to say the Padres. I think the
Yeah.
Padres,
Yeah, that'd
because
be good fit for him.
I think, with the year he's had, his price may have dropped a little
Mhm.
bit on him. So I think they might take advantage of that and then kind of see what they get in the rotation from him. And like I said, Jaron Duran, I kind of see him staying on the Red Sox. Ryan Helsley, you mentioned a few decent possibilities. I say the Phillies.
Phillies, yeah, that'd be a good move for him.
I
I could see him be a Philly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that is my number one guess for Helsley. I'd be surprised if he goes anywhere else in the Phillies.
Yeah, that's a good
But
fit.
yeah, and then Brian. So the two teams I see making the most moves are probably uh, the Mariners and Yankees, in my opinion. I know my predictions earlier before the season started with the Mariners are kind of wild, so I kind of have a couple wild Mariner predictions. So Brian Reynolds, I do see getting traded. I see the Mariners
Hmm,
seeking offense.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, seeking like offense. I think Brian Reynolds.
yeah, I'd like to
I
see
see
that.
that. And then Ryan McMahon, I see the Yankees, kind of like you said.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Like,
know,
and I thought that was going to happen last season, actually. At
yeah,
deadline, I thought Ryan McMahon was going to get moved. I thought maybe even in the off season, and then I know they were trying to work with Arenado, and then Red Sox were trying to get Arenado. But I've only seen Ryan McMahon either going to the Yankees or going to the Dodgers. And the only reason I say Dodgers now is just because of Max Muncy being on the IL. He probably won't be back until like mid to late August. So Ryan McMahon and Max Muncy as your third basemen. I think the Dodgers would be pretty happy with that too. Um, but yeah, let's get them moving.
yeah. So my players, I'm gonna start with Gino Suarez.
Yeah,
Now he's a guy, kind of like you said on the Diamondbacks. I mean, who knows what they're really gonna do? I say if he's traded, I'm gonna say also the Mariners. I think
yeah,
with the Mariners, other than Cal Raleigh, I mean, J Rod's done okay. Polanco's kind of cooled off.
yeah,
They're desperate need of offense with their pitching staff
yeah,
with how good it is. I say,
yeah,
yeah, Brian Reynolds and Gino Suarez on the Mariners. And
yeah. That'd
then
be nice.
next I see Marcelo Zuna getting traded. I
Mhm.
see the Yankees making a move or trying to make a move. I know their DH situation with Stanton, but with them wanting to put maybe possibly Stanton at first base.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I mean, the DH could be open. Ozuna, former outfielder. Who knows what they kind of do, but I see the Yankees possibly going for Ozuna if he's
They need to
traded.
bring up. They need to bring up Spencer Jones instead.
Yeah, I mean,
It's time.
see how that goes. So, and then Mitch Keller, another guy on the Pirates, I see
Yeah.
being on the move. There's a lot of different places I think he can move. I say the Astros, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Be
to kind of
good.
bolster their pitching staff. And the Astros have, as we've seen in the past, well, since the Astros have started making playoffs again, they're not afraid to make moves at the deadline.
Yeah.
So I see them trying to get Mitch Keller. Adrian Hauser is my next guy. I see him going
Yeah.
to the Dodgers.
Yeah. That'd be a good move.
Dodgers with their kind of injury-prone staff, maybe a guy they don't have to give up a ton for, but is having a really good season. So I see Hauser going to the Dodgers. I got two more guys. Cedric Mullins on the Orioles. I see him going to Milwaukee. I kind of had either him or Luis Robert going to Milwaukee. I'm going to say Cedric Mullins, more likely going to the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one might get some laughs, but I just kind of have this feeling that they're going to do something at the deadline as the Reds. Adolis GarcÍa,
Mm.
my wild prediction of the video is him going to Cincinnati in a
Yeah.
hitter's ballpark where they could use some more pop. And
Man.
their
You,
record isn't terrible. I
yeah.
mean,
That'd be a fitting spot for him too. I like that move. That would be that'd be a good spot for GarcÍa. And yeah, they're kind of, the NL Central right now is kind of crazy. It looks like the Cubs, they keep playing the way they have all season. They're probably going to win that 1 seed, but
Brewers are right behind him.
everybody,
Yeah.
yeah, everybody, even the Cardinals. The Cardinals have a winning record. The only team that's out right now is the Pirates. So, yeah, man, that'd be a good move for GarcÍa, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's the ones you're not expecting that happen.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know,
um, yeah, and I do think Houston is one of those teams that is definitely going to go out and get a pitcher. I mean, that would be smart of them to do. They don't. They still have their offense. Their offense is there. They have good offensive players. Um, I mean, they could go out and get somebody offensively, but their pitching is what they need help with the most. So
yeah, and I don't know if you saw, but Paredes got put on the IL.
yeah,
So could McMahon be a guy that the Astros go on, depending on how severe?
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I know Cam Smith plays third too, so they might
yeah, and
just.
I believe Bryce. Is it Bryce Matthews?
Yeah, I think he was. I think he's a
I think
shortstop, but
he does.
man,
Apparently, he plays third base as well. So I don't know. It depends on how long his injury is or how serious it is. And yeah, they could go out and get a third baseman. Um, One person who I was going to say earlier, who I think would probably be one of the better pitchers to go out and get, maybe the best, would be Joe Ryan of the Twins. I've been hearing a lot of talk about him possibly getting traded. The Twins look like they're just pretty funky this season, and if they decide to end up in, trade away some players, and Joe Ryan's one of them. Whoever gets Joe Ryan, I think, is going to be um, that's just going to make that team a whole lot better, especially with the season he's having right now. So
that could be
Joe Ryan,
another Astros move.
yeah, I could see him being an Astro too. Um, but I really like Joe Ryan. And I think wherever he goes is going to be very thankful they went out and got him. If he goes, but I didn't put him on my list because if I was the Twins, I'm not letting that guy go. But if they're in a situation where it's time to start, cleaning up some money and getting some younger guys in there, then that's what they got to do. But
Yeah, and then as far as the actual trade deadline goes, we might kind of try to work something out. We might try to
yeah,
see if we can do like a live something. Yeah,
yeah. Anytime a big trade happens, we'll try to hop on here and even if it's for a few minutes, break the news because it's time. We know that in the MLB, most of the trades are going to happen very last minute. So, um,
yeah,
we still got a week or so until it ends. So, right now is when it starts getting big.
yeah.
David
And teams,
Robertson, he just
yeah,
got
the
signed.
Phillies.
Yeah, so that would, you know, they could still go out and get Helsley, but they did get him, and he's probably going to go into some high leverage situations pretty quickly. So depending on how he does, not saying they still won't go out and get another closer or Helsley, but he could be put up there and those holding and save opportunities right away. But all right, well, I think we'll try to get back on here later this week and discuss some more things. Hopefully, some trades pop up and
Yeah, and we'll
tune into that.
around around trade deadline, we'll kind of see how we did with our predictions too from today. See if
Yeah,
any of those.
yeah.
I got a good feeling about some of these, but we'll see
I
how
would
that
say
goes.
if if everything goes how it should, I would say about half of our people should be moved, but
Oh
we'll
yeah,
see.
yeah. All right,
643.
643. Peace out.
Peace.